Good morning, my family. I thought I would take you today on my chores for the day. A lot of people kind of would think if you live in the city, borderline county, how could you actually do so much in homesteading? Today, I'm going to take you on how do I explain it? My daily chore. I'm going to take you on my daily chore and my job for today, what we're fixing to do. I'm currently right now getting ready to can mixed greens, which was collards, I believe, and some turnip green mixes. So we're going to be pressure canning this. So I am just about ready through to pick all these. So I'm going to go with this because I am doing this in spurts of things to get done. So the first thing I did this morning, and I will show that to you, I was up at 5 o'clock this morning getting hubby off ready for work, and my day started that once he went out the door and I seen him off, I grabbed me a cup of coffee and I started working. The first thing I did was can 16 pints of chicken broth. From there, I started doing my sourdough baguettes that I will be working on, considering that takes about a 3-day process. I started last night with 11, and so I'm on step 2, which is actually working with the dough for the next several hours until it gets ready to put in the refrigerator for overnight and then bake it tomorrow. So I'm in the process of getting all of this done. So right now I have my water getting ready to boil. And from there, I am going to be adding a little at a time my greens to wilt them down so that I can put them in my jar. So let me get this station fixed up here and I'll show you what my next step is, because in about 8 minutes, I will be turning and folding my sourdough baguette bowl. So be right back. Okay, so this was done at approximately 6:30 this morning. We had 20 pints of chicken stock to go on our shelf. This is the season, y'all. I start now with the best I can. So we end up processing some chickens and they went for stock and freezer. And I did that, finished that off yesterday. So I'm doing the next job now. I'll turn you back around. I honestly don't think yet I have taken you on a tour of basically what I do every day. Some would think that I got this homestead and pretty much that I pretty much do one thing here or there, or I'll make supper and the rest of my day is pretty much, yeah, no, I watch TV, whatever. I am going to take you today. It's every day this is for me. Life on the homestead. And this is what I truly enjoy doing. And I don't think I've ever taken you on a everyday follow me and let's work together, spend the day with me on the homestead. Now I'm going to be breaking it down in sections for you because this lasts me pretty much all day long, and I'm not going to spend 24 hours on YouTube keeping you tied up. So I'll be breaking it down for you. You're going to end up having a shorter day than I am. This will last me until the time I go to bed tonight. So with that, I am going to take you with me today, and we're spending the day on Parton's Heritage Homestead and a day into my life and what I do. And like I said, we currently have already finished the chicken stock. That's waiting until tomorrow, and then that'll be labeled and put on the shelf. The next step is I am doing our mixed greens. I don't think I'm going to get a whole lot out of these. They take about 70 minutes to process, so I thought I'd go ahead and get that over with while I had enough of them. I've got about 2 to 2.5 gallons of chopped greens, so we're going to see what this does. Every little small thing in my eyes that I can put on my shelf, I'm happy for. So I'm going to let this water come to a boil so that we can wilt these down. Still waiting on my bread. I've got, well, the dough. I still have a little over 4 minutes to go before I have to knead that again and fold it basically. So, and I will take you on how I'm doing that as well. Now that's every 30 minutes for 3 hours. I am working on the first 30 minutes right here. So it will be 6 sections of folding and turning, and so working with sourdough. In the meantime, in between that, I did forget, I also did a load of laundry, which we will cross when I go out and do my chores for the chicken and the turkeys. So we still have those. Oh, and I forgot, we still have the quails to do. So welcome to my day on Parton's Heritage Homestead. Okay, so this was the baby brooder when we had the quails, and I'll give you an update if you can kind of see them in here, how much bigger they got since the last time y'all saw them. So right now it's feeding time, and we're going to get them in here. So these are these babies, and they're just about ready to go outside. They're almost fully feathered, and they're about 2 weeks old. So we got our water. We got our babies. They're finished. On to the next chore. Okay, so my first 30 minutes is up. So we're doing the stretch and pulls on the sourdough mixture. And like I said, this is going to be baguettes for me. I figured I would like to have a baguette. Honestly, I can cut smaller pieces. I can freeze them. This is going to make me 2 baguettes, so I can cut them in pieces and basically just make them small portions, and this will last me quite a while. But again, I love sourdough because it is easier on the digestive system. So it's basically what I'm going to do right now. Again, bring this in. Now I'm going to set it for 30 minutes again. Cover this up and work on folding number 2. That will be my first hour at that point. So we will be back. Okay, so here is the point where I got all my chopped greens. I'm actually going to put them in my pot. Like I said, by the time this cooks down, I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to have left. But even if it's a little bit, I'm going to can what I can. I mean, it's better than nothing for us. So I'm going to let these sit in here until this wilts. And yeah, I'm not going to get all these in here. So I'll come back for a second batch once this is cooked off. And then we'll get it set up for the canning process. In the meantime, I got to get another pot for water so I can heat that up and add it to our jars. So we'll go and do that and get that started while we're at it. Okay, so while our greens are on the stove wilting down, I'm still waiting on the second half of my bread. I'm heading out to the barn to get the chickens' feed bucket so we can fill that up, because in between the spurts of the bread and the greens, we're going to be feeding the chickens and the turkeys. So I'm going to flip this around just a minute. We don't own a dryer, so I hang all our clothes on the line. Yeah, I know. Putting my dirty laundry out, right? But this is what I do. This is every week I get my laundry hung out on the lines, especially on a beautiful day. So, and I've got the gardens all watered. They're doing good. I'll check them on them this evening and see how that's going. So show you. I might have some anise hyssop for after dinner tea tonight, because I'm going to be tuckered out by the time I'm over with it. So let's go get down and get the chicken bucket. While I'm at it, I'm going to take you over here to show you some of the interesting things that we have. We have yet another swarm today. This would make number 3 for us. So, and then this week, the 2 packages that we ordered, they should be shipped out this week too. So I was actually kind of happy. We're still waiting to see if we're going to get any more, but so far we have 3. So I'm pretty excited about that. Our popcorn is starting to come up in here, so we're happy about seeing this as well. We've got some beans coming up, and the tomatoes and the peppers. Everything is doing really good so far. So now I need to make it to the barn. This is where our baby quails are fixing to come out too. We still need to set up a light system, but other than that, everything is ready for them. We got their feeders, the waters. I may end up changing the water system yet because they go through a lot of water. So I'm going to have to see. I'm going to see about changing probably both of these. But in the meantime, at least it's a place for them to be. So, and I don't know how many are females or males just yet. We should be able to find out very soon. So, but that's the next thing. And yes, we are in the barn, y'all. So we've got our feeder bucket. We're going to go inside, fill this up, because after that, I'm going to be coming out here feeding them, feeding the chickens and the turkeys in between the 30-minute resting for the sourdough baguettes and getting the wilted greens in a pot and covered so that we can can them. I decided to take you on this journey with me today because honestly, this is my life every day. For just, I don't know, I guess you would call it a small city property. Some people wouldn't understand that. How can you homestead and actually say you're busy doing it? And you know, the big people, they have their massive gardens. I get that, but I keep busy enough on here as well. So let's go inside, get this bucket filled, and I'm watching the other swarm that we have over here too. It seems to be getting big. They're bringing in pollen. I mean, it's amazing, y'all. So let's go inside and get this done and check on our stuff. Okay, so this is what I do every day. I grab my feed. Oh wait, I actually got to open up the chicken bag. Hang on. Okay, so I'm in the mud room where currently I'm storing all this feed until I can get everything in the barn. We finally are getting not as much rain, so I might be able to get this stuff where it belongs, into the barn. So I fill up my buckets, and then we'll turn on the water and all. And we're going to go down there and feed everybody in just a moment. So I got the bucket set. We're going to go back in here. Okay, so our greens are currently done. Our water I can put on simmer. Need to take and lift this lid off. I'll be straining this and then putting this lid over the greens while I wait for another 5 minutes. Yaha, that's hot. Okay. Another 5 minutes to fold the sourdough. So I'm just going to strain this out of here. Turn that one off. In the meantime, I'm going to set the canner up here next. Get our few jars in here. And then after that, the sourdough should be done. Once I get this done, this is how I do and utilize time and space to to make sure I can get everything done in a multitasking way. Put that over there. Then I should be able to go outside and get the livestock fed. And get that covered up. Get this out of the way and get the canner set up. Turn this on and get this started. Up there, I need to add some more butter. Make sure we got enough in here. This is going to be pressure canned for 70 minutes. So, and they'll probably only get about 3, maybe 4 if I'm lucky. So I know it's too small for a big old thing, but that's the only size I have for 1. And 2, I'm not going to complain because, like I said, every little thing I could put on my shelf, I'm doing better than having nothing at all. So I'm going to go ahead. I don't like that jar. I'll get a different jar here. And I might not be able to use all 4 of these, but we'll see what happens. So we're going to let this now currently, make sure I got that. I'm going to have to put a little bit more water in here. I make sure that that's up to my mark at least. There we go. And now this is ready. My water's going to stay on simmer right now. That's what I'm going to use to fill my jars. I got my lids heated. I am currently waiting for about 2 minutes. And we will start folding the bread. From there, I'm going to go out and feed the chickens. And y'all, yes, it's a coffee day. Absolutely coffee day. So I have been like this since yesterday when I was going ahead and doing the processing for getting all the chickens done too. So actually it's been like this since Monday morning. So this is what I do. And on the weekends I try to spend time with hubby, you know, and we do things together, whether it be out on the farm or whatever. So, but I try to do all my work during the week while he's working. And when he comes in the evenings, I try not to do too much work and spend some time with them. Currently, about the only thing I usually do is I'll do my sourdough starters, feed them before I go to bed, and make sure all the dishes are done. And that's pretty much what I do. I still have supper to do tonight, and it's going to be a his and hers, I think, kind of night for bell peppers, stuffed bell peppers. So, whew, I don't go to a gym because this is what I do. So, we've got a minute and 10 seconds left. We'll do another folding on our sourdough. Okay, y'all, so we're on number 2, so it's been an hour into my baguettes. I'm just going to take and fold this, stretch and fold again. And now let this sit again for 30 minutes, cover it up, and now we're going to go out and feed the livestock. In the meantime, this is getting prepared and ready, so I'll be ready for that. This is going to sit again, another 30 minutes going on number 3. We're about halfway done with this, and I'll be forming my bread. So let's go out to the livestock. Okay, so I've got you set up out here so that I can start my work. We're going to go at it. So, start with this one first. All right, girls, hang on. Let me get theirs over there finished first, and then I got you. All right, ladies. Here you go. See, you left me some eggs. Well, at least one you did. Thank you, girl. It's a rarity coming from you. All right, ladies. Yes, gentlemen, too. Hold on a minute. I'll get there. Yes, I hear you, boy. Oh, Tom, he just likes to talk to everybody, too. This here is basically my daily routine every day, and I handle this on my own. You know, hubby, he'll help me on the weekends at times, but this is basically my job every day of the week. All right, ladies. All right, you're done. Yep, I got you guys next. You got feed? No, I'm gonna have to get some. All right. Yes. I hear ya. Oh. Yeah, I know. Hold on. About locked myself in. All this daggum rain. Hold on, guys. Get all this out of here. Next, we got to go in the barn and get the turkey feed. And actually, we gotta go fill the bucket up, so be right back. All right, I will be glad to get our feed back down here instead of going to the house and back and forth all the time. We should start getting less rain now where I can actually do this better. We used to be... Alright kids, hold on. Alright, take your time. There you go. Y'all are done. Alright girls, your turn. Y'all are a trip. Yes, you are a trip. Hold on. All this mud, I'm telling you. Alright, girls. Out of the way. I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see this. These girls, see if I can bring you around to watch what they do. You see them all gathered at this door. They know I'm fixing to bring feed. But it's a trip with these girls because they never give me enough space to walk. So what I have to show you, nobody believes me on this. So, all right, girls. All right, you gotta let me in. Let me in. Go on. Yep, let's go. Let's go. Come on. Give me room. Come on, guys. I'm not gonna step on you. Alright, alright, alright. Here. Come on, you gotta move. There you go. Good Lord. Here you go. Thank you for the eggs. Ladies, ladies, ladies. Nest box, ladies, nest box. Not cool. Phew. And we are now done. So, I put this stuff away and we'll go back inside, and I should have enough time now to go ahead and start canning those greens while I'm still working on the sourdough. So let's get these put up and we'll be ready to head back to the house. All right, so farm is finished. The quails are done. We're back inside and we're gonna start working on these greens. I still have about a little over 9 minutes before I have to turn and fold my sourdough again. So in the meantime, I'm gonna try to fill as many greens I can in these jars. So I'm gonna take out 2 of these right now. And I am going to fill these bad boys up. I'm actually curious as to how many we're going to actually get out of this. So I'm really hoping we get enough. They say to pack them, but I don't pack them too full, but I will put some in there. But I also want to make sure that they're in here light and fluffy as well, and not compacted, because I want all these greens to be able to get cooked throughout and nothing hidden, basically. So like I said, I do want these to be able to be packed, but not. And it says for 1-inch headspace, so that's what we're aiming for, up to the bottom of this line, just like so. So that's one jar. Well, we might get 3 out of this. Like I said, it's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. It's what I didn't have in the beginning, so. And ourselves, I mean, we're still eating off them. We still have quite a bit of stuff, but we definitely need to fill them up again, so. Alright, so that's 2. We're going to get 3 out of this, y'all. I'm actually ecstatic about this. And this is all farm fresh. I mean, we raised this right here on the homestead, so I cannot complain about this at all, honestly. Let me go ahead and get the rest of these in here, and we'll move on to the next. Okay, so we got the jars filled with our greens. Now I'm going to fill them to the 1-inch headspace with our hot water. And then we are going to seal these off. After I take the air bubbles out of them. And now we debubble them all the way around. Now I'm not adding salt to mine. Some folks do, but I don't. So I wait to season my stuff when I cook with it. So, and you want to take this really, really well. This can get compacted, so I take this a couple times and around here, so I know for a fact that I have all my air bubbles out of this jar. Greens are one that I will mess with a little bit more than most of my stuff. I will shift it around really good to make sure that everything is debubbled out of here. And then I will adjust my water space afterwards. My chicken stock only took 20 minutes to cook, but these greens, they take a little bit longer, so I thought I'd do the shortest ones first throughout my day, and then be able to do these longer ones. Now it's starting to get warm in the house, so probably should have done this first, but it's alright. Now readjust my headspace, making sure I have my 1 inch We'll debubble it one more time just to make sure. And looks like we got a good job. So now we just seal these off. I had 4 jars in here, so I'm going to pull that 4th one out. This one did not get filled. Take and clean off my rims. And yes, after doing the farm work, just so everyone knows, I did wash my hands before I started canning and messing with this food. So I always do that before I mess with anything, especially after farm work. And now I put on my lids and we get these in the canner. Get the rings on. Those look pretty, y'all. Yeah, I gotta go get one more ring. I thought I had all 3, but I guess I didn't. Just about time to fold our dough again. Now this is the last ring. And now we seal it up and get this prepared to pressure can now. And that took care of that. On to the next. And that would be the timer for our sourdough. And do you see how I'm utilizing time to be able to do multitasking in things that need to be done? Now we turn this off, go into our 3rd round of folding on our sourdough mix. My hand's wet. Come in here and fold it again. And again, going on number 4, set it for 30 minutes, cover it up, and we'll be back again for another stretch and fold. In the meantime, we set this up, clean up the station, and get ready for canning these. And so, my friends, let me fix this up here just a bit so you can actually see me. That is pretty much my day on the homestead. I am not going to spend the rest of this time because this could take up to an hour, maybe even longer. So I'm in the process right now of getting this up to full steam. Count it down for 10 minutes. Once it goes up to 10 minutes, I get it up to pressure. This is going to take 70 minutes. I have the sourdough that I'm still working on with 3 more half 30-minute intervals of working with this bread, and then I will be shaping it, and then it'll go in the refrigerator overnight and bake tomorrow. So, and then from there I will be going ahead and cooking supper. This is pretty much my day on the farm. Every day is something different, and this is the homestead life. It's not just sitting there coffee time. This is what I do, and I don't know what made me decide to do a video about it today, but I wanted you to see what it was like for me on the homestead and how much this really is a homestead. Now, we are starting the new season in canning. Since the pantry challenge is over, we look for sales. We look for taking our stocks that we get on the farm, and we start canning and preserving everything. So I am also getting ready to wash a bunch of eggs, and I'll be freezing them. So I got a little freezer I got to go through. So this is what I do every day. There's always something to do. So I hope you enjoyed this little tour of today, and know that this is pretty much what we do every day, while I'm even stopping in times doing videos for you. So, and I enjoy this, y'all. I absolutely enjoy doing this. I enjoy having you with me. It kind of feels like I have company on the homestead, because sometimes it can get a bit lonely doing this on your own. So you're kind of like family I can sit with, and I actually enjoy that. So, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. In the community comments later on this evening, I will go ahead and show you the finished product of the greens, and then tomorrow I will show you the baguettes. Now, I am in test mode. I will be making videos on the multi-grain bread that turned out amazing. I love it. So when I get low, I will be doing a video on that. I am testing out these baguettes. If they turn out the way I like it, again, when I get low, I will be making videos on this as well. So every time I have something that is good that I think might help somebody, I will. Again, I am looking into finding the time to make a low-carb bread. Currently, hubby went and bought some, so he's still got to go through that before I can do the low-carb bread. The first one was, it wasn't really to my liking, so I have another recipe I'm going to try. And if it works out great, another one. So I'll be doing low carb and then the carved breads for everybody. So in the meantime, I'm going to get back to work. I'm going to let you all go. Much love to you. And until next time, we'll see you again from Parton's Heritage Homestead.